If you want to find more rewarding flow states, thereby being up to 5 times more productive and up to 6 times more creative, stay tuned because in this video we'll explain the flow channel and how it can help you to perform at your peak. Hey there and welcome to another video. My name is Ava, I'm psychologist and head of content at FlowLab. Our company name already reveals that our mission is to bring more flow states into the world and help people to perform and at the same time feel at their best. If you're new to this channel, FlowLab is a mental fitness app that gives you weekly training plans of guided meditations tailored to your needs with the overarching goal to find more flow. Flow is a highly rewarding experience. We are so immersed in a challenging activity that nothing else matters. We block out any distractions, hunger, thirst, pain, worries, and even lose our sense of time. Perhaps you know these moments where you open your laptop, you start working on a certain task that kind of challenges you without being overwhelming, and suddenly it feels like you're waking up and realize that 2 hours have passed, although it felt like 15 minutes or so. You were so concentrated that you became one with your activity. You felt in control and at ease. If you don't know that, that's even more reason for you to keep watching and learn more about the flow channel model. The flow channel visualizes that we need an ideal balance between the perceived demands of a situation and the perceived skills. In other words, if we feel that a situation exceeds our skills, we are probably stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. In this state, we won't find flow because too many mental capacities are used to cope with these negative thoughts and feelings. Our focus narrows and we become less mentally flexible. We might have self-doubt or other difficult thoughts that keep us from concentrating deeply, and we're too physically activated to get that feeling of ease. Also, we might have the urge to play safe and therefore set lower goals that we can't possibly miss. For flow, however, we need to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. There's always at least a little bit of risk involved. And that's the other side of the coin. If we perceive a task as too easy for us, we become frustrated, bored, and unmotivated. We can lose our focus because we are not challenged enough and too relaxed. We become tempted to procrastinate and distract ourselves or to just do the bare minimum. So as you can see, flow is about finding the sweet spot. We need to take a leap and challenge ourselves without being overwhelmed or too stressed. The same holds true for the physiological level. During flow, we are both activated and relaxed. If you've watched our videos on the science of breathing, we have one where we explain 5 relaxing breathing techniques and another one with 5 breathing techniques to overcome tiredness. You've already heard of the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. These are 2 branches of the autonomic nervous system that regulate our activation level. The sympathetic nervous system triggers the fight or flight response. So it's responsible for activation, providing us with energy so that stress hormones are released, our pulse goes up, our focus narrows, and we are capable of reacting very quickly in the face of danger. The parasympathetic nervous system, on the other hand, triggers a relaxation response, sometimes also referred to as the rest and digest response. Our pulse slows down again, our breathing becomes deeper and slower, our muscles relax, and our focus broadens so that we are able to process more information, to learn, and to be in the present moment. At first, researchers thought that these 2 branches worked as antagonists. So when one is activated, the other is not. Today we know that they can in fact be activated simultaneously. For flow, we need exactly that. An activation of the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. It's what makes flow so unique, why we can feel focused and engaged while also at ease and relaxed. If you want to find more flow, you can use this flow channel as some kind of inner compass. Because what's important here is that our perception, rather than the actual challenge or skill level, that influences whether we dive into the zone or not. It's not how difficult or easy a task is or how many skills you have compared to a normative standard. It's how difficult or easy you perceive a task to be and how many skills you perceive to have. And that's exactly why mental fitness training is so effective in this context. It can help you to change your perception, to regulate yourself within this flow channel model and move from overwhelm or demotivation closer towards flow. So ask yourself a few times throughout the day where you would locate yourself in this model. Do you feel sluggish? Perhaps you're struggling with morning tiredness, or you are bored and can't motivate yourself to get started? Are you nervous, stressed, tense, anxious, perhaps self-conscious, and would rather locate yourself in the field of overwhelm? Or you just feel the right amount of challenge, but you're distracted and can't focus for longer chunks of time? Depending on where you are, you can use different tools and strategies to get into the flow channel. If you're distracted, go for concentration exercises where you find a focus point, for example, your breath, your physical sensations, or also a visual focus point in your surroundings, and hold your attention there for as long as possible. Whenever you notice that your thoughts are drifting away, just become aware of it and consciously shift your attention back to your focus point. If you're stressed, you can start by identifying the most hindering symptoms in a given moment, be it physical stress symptoms like clenching your jaw or stomach aches. In this case, relaxation exercises such as autogenic training, progressive muscle relaxation, or relaxing breathing exercises can be very useful tools. Or perhaps you find yourself overthinking a situation, being stuck in a negative thought spiral, feeling self-conscious or doubting yourself. Then self-regulation on a mental level and mindset training might be more helpful. For example, with cognitive reappraising, so reinterpreting a situation positively, perhaps with reflection questions that help you identify and let go of limiting beliefs, or visualizations where you play out your challenges ahead in your mind's eye. If you're demotivated, there are just as many ways to transform it into flow. You might go for activating breathing exercises and work on that ideal physiological level. You might reflect on your values and priorities, because this can give you clarity about what drives you in life, what makes you develop motivation that comes from within, and perhaps inspire you to make a few adaptations so you can live more according to the things that matter to you. Or you can work on your growth mindset, on developing curiosity and perseverance. Once you've internalized this model and strengthened your self-awareness for which state you're currently in, it will become so much easier to find the best fitting coping strategy and regulate yourself effectively to find more flow states. For specific exercises, you can check out the FlowLab app, where you can first take an entry test to find out your strengths and areas for improvement. And afterwards, you'll get a weekly training plan with guided meditations based on your individual flow profile. Also, check out our video on 3 unusual tips to find more flow. Let me know if you're interested in specific topics I touched upon today. If you found this video helpful, it would mean a lot to me if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the FlowLab channel for more mental fitness content. Now go get it, and I hope to see you soon. Or longer chunks